Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in this video, this will be step 4 of my 4 steps to being healthy and to losing weight, to help blind people as well as everyone else. So this will be probably a little bit of a longer video than the others because step 4 is a little bit more involved. So and this is just for educational purposes only. I'm not a doctor, but these are the things that have worked for me. And this stuff would really help someone who's really obese, really overweight, diabetics. People have been able to reverse their diabetes. And, you know, I have not been diabetic, but I have been pre-diabetic, and I fixed my pre-diabetes. So I do think this is really powerful. However, it is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to get into it, but just know this might be a little longer of a video, so forgive me. So step 4 is keto. Now, with step 4, steps 1, 2, and 3 are all included in this. As I've said, it never stops. You keep doing all 3 of these, all of them together, compounded together to make the best that you can. Now, things are slightly a little different with step 4, which is keto. Now, briefly, being keto is basically a super low carb diet. And there's different terms for it, but for the most part, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to tell you what you need to do. So for mostly, keto is a diet where you do higher amounts of fat, moderate amounts of protein, and a super low carb. So what I want you to do is I want you to eat total carbs. I don't want you to eat more than 20 grams of total carbohydrates. Okay, 20. That's it. The rest of your food should be healthy fats and healthy protein. I would say you could go, if you want to go a little more protein than fat, then I think it's okay, but keep your fats and proteins high. That's just an easy thing there. But what happens is your body gets into a deep state of ketosis, and through about the first week or so, you might have some side effects, and the reason why is because you need to make sure you're drinking a lot of electrolytes. I mean, bare minimum, at least try to get 2,000 milligrams of potassium and 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Salt, and salt's not bad for you, okay? We need salt. A lot of salt, actually, when you're not on a whole bunch of high carbs. So you need to do, and then make sure you're getting magnesium and just electrolytes in general. Make sure you're drinking lots of electrolytes, because when you do this, you'll be peeing a lot more, because your body's carbs hold a lot more water. And when you don't have as many carbs, you're not holding on to as much fluid. So you need to kind of replace that and drink a lot more electrolytes, okay? That's one reason why people feel sick or don't feel that great when they start keto. Second is you're going through carb withdrawals. A lot of people are basically addicted to carbs. It's a carb addiction, and I will say I was that way myself personally. I did not suffer any keto flu symptoms that people say that they've had. I didn't have them personally, but if you do, partially, you're going through withdrawals of like being addicted to carbs and sugar, or you're not getting enough electrolytes. And so this should stop within like a week or 2. Now, you might still feel a little like meh for a bit, but your body will eventually adjust, and so just stick with it. And pretty much for me, most of the time, once you pass like the 7th day, your cravings really start to go away. I really suggest you try to do this with complete healthy food to make sure you're doing it right the first time. And what you need to do is go a month to 2 months of doing this straight. I know it's not easy. I know. But once you do that, you should be fat adapted. And what fat adapted means is that your body has gotten really good at using fat for fuel instead of carbs. That's all that means. You've built up the machinery, you've built up the things in your body to burn fat a lot more efficiently than to use the carbs. And I think so it'll take the fat from your body. So once you if you're eating a lot of fats, at that point you'd want to lower them a little bit so your body takes your fat stores instead of dietary fat. But generally takes about 1 to 2 months. It could take longer, but that's a general way. Now, once you've done this, I believe that you can still do keto, but you can once a week or once every 2 weeks, you can have a reward day. Yes, there's going to be a lot of keto purists that say you can't do this or say that you have to be perfect on keto. And I get really sick of these people because life is not perfect and people are not perfect. And so I think most people can do keto for a while, but they will eventually fall off of it. And I think the best way is to make it to where they won't and to make it something more sustainable. There's many people that can do keto and stay on it forever. That's great. That's great for them. However, there's a lot of people that aren't them who just can't. So I'm trying to give options for people to keep up with the way they're doing things. So once you've gotten to that 1 to 2 months of fat adaptation, you can, depending on you, if you doing one once a week will trigger you, then you make it every 2 weeks. So one thing that going this long does for you without having a bunch of carbs, it resets you. Not only do you get fat adapted, but it resets you in your addiction to carbs. For instance, when I did 1 month, I went 1 month, and then I had a reward day, and I ate a whole pizza. I had a soda. I had some bad stuff. But since I went that 1 month, that next day, I didn't crave carbs. I didn't crave them at all. I didn't even care about them. So it's really nice because it was my choice. I chose to eat something that I wanted, but it wasn't a craving. I wasn't being controlled and forced to eat it. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't addicted anymore. So it resets you to where you can have these things once a week or once every 2 weeks. And then you can get right back onto your normal eating the very next day, and you're not having cravings. So it's very powerful, and I think this is the good way to do it so you can still have some of the stuff you love. Some people will say that, you can just have all these alternatives instead of these other things. But, a lot of these things are very expensive if you want to buy them. And then if not, they're time costly because they'll be like, oh, well, you can just bake it yourself. You can just make it yourself. Well, for blind people, that's very difficult. That is not easy for blind people to do. So just telling them to make everything themselves is time consuming. It's a pain. And what if you keep failing at making the thing and it doesn't turn out? You're just wasting ingredients, and it's difficult for some normal people and blind people. And it's not. Call it lazy if you want, but we've kind of grown up on stuff being efficient, and that's not efficient. So call it lazy if you want, that's fine, but this is just how a lot of people have grown up on convenience. And so this gives you convenience, doing it, having a reward day once once a week or once every 2 weeks. Again, you do what you can handle and what you would want for your weight loss and health loss and all that. Or, well, to gain health, I mean. And, kind of go step by step. Like I said, do this on top of steps 1 through 3, and you will see tremendous weight loss. It's going to be very powerful for you. And I've even had a way where you can, still have some of your stuff that you still like, and still continue to do keto. Of course, you have to earn it first. You have to earn it by doing like about 1 to 2 months of pure straight keto, 20 carbs, 20 total carbs, no more. And as for food quality, do the very best that you can. Again, keto purists and keto police really get on my nerves because they're like, oh, well, if you're not doing grass-fed, grass-finished, if everything you eat is not pasture-raised, organic, and I'm just like, some people can't afford this. Like, this is like ridiculous. And so, normal meat is fine. Buy normal meat, buy normal eggs. Do better if you can. Buy grass-fed if you can. Buy pasture-raised eggs if you can. Buy organic if you can. Do the best that you can, but doing keto, you can still eat healthy whole foods and still get amazing benefits. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise, So just kind of work with your budget and figure that out. Try to buy just real whole foods, and don't worry about anything else. There is stuff called like dirty keto, where they'll like eat fast food stuff and just take away the carbs. Do this only if you really need to in this 1 to 2 months. If you really need to just maybe get McDonald's, get like a burger with some like cheese, and then maybe throw some mayonnaise on it or something. It's not gonna be the healthiest thing, but get a couple of those just without the carbs, without the bun, and do that. I would much rather you do that than just completely throw off your whole diet. Do that, and then get back onto eating the healthier stuff that you can, and then, just keep on going on. I know it's tough. I know it's hard, but you can do it. You just gotta press forward. You have to start, and about after, like I said, the 7th day, things do get easier. And so this is for your health. This is for you. You just got to do the best for you. Like I said, I'm not like a keto purist or anything. I do think that they don't know how to be a little more chilled about stuff, because, life isn't always uptight like some of them are. But do the best that you can. I'm really hoping these videos have helped blind people specifically, but it will also help normal people. If you have any more questions for me, like I said, do steps 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all together. And, you don't have to do them all. It just depends. Like, which ones do you need to do? It depends on how unhealthy you are. What's working, what isn't. If you've gone a month or two with, step 1, 2, and 3 or something, and that isn't doing it for you, and you're not continuing to gain results, then maybe just go and try to add step 4 onto that. You're just going to have to make your own decisions and, kind of just monitor your situation and do what you think will help you best. But, yeah. In probably another video, I will kind of break down what you can eat and foods and different stuff for keto specifically, and just like healthier, clean eating in general, and how you can kind of make some food for you if you are blind. That'll be a more blind specific video probably, but yeah, for now, that's kind of it. If you have any more questions about keto or any of the other 4, I guess you can put them down below, and I will do my best to answer them. But for now, this has been my 4th step to getting healthy and losing weight, and it completes my video series on my 4 steps. So Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.